So the story of Captain America Brave New World starts with Thunderbolt Ross. And this Thunderbolt Ross is the same character of MCU who used to be a general in the US Army. And due to this, Bruce Banner became Hulk. And if we talk about his last appearance, then in the MCU we saw Thunderbolt Ross for the last time in Avengers Infinity War. And after that, now we are seeing him directly here as well. Friends, let me tell you that the actor of Thunderbolt Ross has died many years ago. And that is why Marvel Studios has replaced Thunderbolt Ross with these actors. And the name of this new actor is Harrison Ford. So friends, as soon as the movie starts from this Thunderbolt Ross, we come to know that this Thunderbolt Ross has now become the president of the USA. That is, from now on, Thunderbolt Ross will rule the entire United States of America. But now 5 months pass, and after 5 months, we directly meet Sam Wilson, i.e. the new Captain America of the MCU. We see that at this time, Sam Wilson, i.e. the new Captain America, goes straight from the USA to Mexico, along with many soldiers in a US military aircraft. And at this time, along with Sam, his sidekick Taurus is also there. It happens, and we know that after Sam Wilson becomes Captain America, his friend, or rather a Taurus on his side, has now become a fan. We know that Sam and his other companions have come to Mexico on a mission, and in this mission, they have to fight with many terrorists. Actually, here we come to know that there is a very powerful terrorist group inside Mexico whose name is Serpent Group, and this Serpent Group has a special thing of Japan has been stolen at the time, and that special thing of Japan is currently inside a container, which container is with the boss of this Serpent Group, and the boss of this Serpent Group is Sidewinder, i.e. These are the boys Cast and Edgar, and now because both USA and Japan are friendly countries, hence USA has taken the responsibility of bringing back this special thing of Japan, due to which Sam Wilson and officers of US military, they have come here to take the container. Now, after reaching here, both Sam Wilson and Taurus together enter the base of this group, after which Sam Wilson's fight with all the terrorists here starts. Inside this fight, we see that Sam Wilson learns to use Captain America's shield very well. At the same time, here we see Falcon's new suit, which has wings. They are made of vibranium, and that is why by using these strong wings made of vibranium, Sam Wilson easily defeats all these terrorists. And at the same time, we also come to know that Sam Wilson's wings made of vibranium are given to him by the country of Wakanda as a gift. Because friends, we know that in Avengers Infinity War, Sam Wilson also he had fought for Wakanda while staying in Wakanda. Now only after this, Sam Wilson, after beating all the goons here, reaches the leader of them, i.e. Sidewinder, the boss of Serpent Group, and only after reaching him, he sees that that special container of Japan country is still in his hands, and hence Sam Wilson takes that container from the Sidewinder, but the Sidewinder manages to escape from there. He goes, but due to finding the container, Sam Wilson comes back to USA with his team. Now after coming back to USA, we see that Sam Wilson is very happy with Taurus, and this is because Taurus had helped him a lot inside Mexico, and that is why, being happy with Taurus, Sam Wilson has introduced him directly to his old friend Aya Bradley. Now friends, who also read Falcon and the Winter Soldier series, have seen, all of them must be knowing Aya Bradley. But yes, even if no one knows this character, then there is no need to worry because we will get to know about it again later on. Now here is Sam Wilson. As soon as Taurus is introduced to Isaac Bradley, he tells him that Isaac Bradley is a super soldier, and he has also been Captain America at one time. Knowing this, Taurus, he is very stunned, but after this, Sam tells Taurus that when Captain America, i.e. Steve Rogers, got lost under the snow after defeating the Red Skull, then after that the USA country came and made Bradley their new Captain America, and this is because Bradley was also very strong and brave like Steve Rogers, due to which Bradley's strength was seen due to his bravery and patriotism. He was made Captain America after Steve Rogers, but shortly after becoming Captain America, Isaiah Bradley was put in jail for 30 years, and then after serving 30 years in jail, he became free. Now when Taurus hears this, he is very stunned, and that is why he asks Isaiah Bradley, "Why did this happen to you after all and when you were a Captain America? USA imprisoned you for 30 years. After hearing about why he was put in jail, Ice tells Bradley Taurus that when he was made Captain America after Steve Rogers, he did many successful wishes and saved the lives of many of his comrades every time, and that is why my popularity started increasing. But the government of USA never wanted that a black man should become a famous superhero, and that is why the government of USA suddenly arrested me. They put me in jail and kept experimenting on me for 30 years, and only after 30 years, I got freedom from jail, and that is why I love my country, but I hate the government of this USA country very much. However, after knowing all these things, all three of them, Taurus, Sam Wilson, and Aya Bradley, talk a lot, and Taurus and Bradley also become very good friends. But then suddenly Sam Wilson gets a call, and on picking up the phone, he comes to know that the president of USA, i.e. Thunderbolt Ross, has organized a meeting and a party inside the White House. And in this meeting plus party, Sam Wilson is also being invited. Now, those friends who do not know about the White House, let me tell them that just as our president lives in the President House inside our country, India, similarly in USA, the president lives in the White House, and this White House is also his office. Now, only after getting the invitation for the meeting, we see that Sam Wilson gets ready quickly and goes straight to the White House, along with Aya Bradley and Taurus. That is, all three of them join the party. Here, after coming to the White House, Sam Wilson meets the president, that is, Thunderbolt Ross and Sam Wilson. After meeting Ross, Thunderbolt tells him that he is very happy with Sam Wilson because he has completed his mission inside Mexico very well, and Sam Wilson has easily brought back the things that Serpent Group had stolen from Japan. Now, after some time, the scene shifts and we directly see the meeting hall of the White House. We see that inside this meeting, Sam Wilson is Isaac. There are guests like Bradley Taurus and others like him, but along with them, there is Thunderbolt Ross. And apart from that, there are also heads of many countries around the world, like the Prime Minister of Japan, the Prime Minister of France, and at the same time, there is also the Prime Minister of India. And these Prime Ministers of India look a lot like PM Modi, but now only after this is the President of USA, IYB, Thunderbolt Ross, starts this meeting. And he tells everyone that a long time ago, a new island has been born inside the Indian Ocean, whose name is Seletis Island. And friends, this Siletian island is none other than Tiamat Dasilitin, whose emergence was stopped by the Eternal, but due to its hardness it became like an island. And while talking about the same, Thunderbolt Ross tells everyone that when the Indian Oceans, and when this late island emerged, then the attention of all the countries of the world went to it, and many countries came to this island and did research. And then we came to know that the island is made of a new kind of metal, a metal which is not found anywhere in the whole world, but this metal is stronger than the vibranium of Wakanda, and the name of this metal is adamantium. But as soon as the world came to know about adamantium, it started grabbing it. There was a competition, and that is why discord started between many countries, but then our country, i.e. USA, came forward, and we decided to form an organization of all these countries, and we decided that all these countries should come together, and together they should distribute all that adamantium among themselves, so that everyone gets the adamantium, and there should not be any conflict between anyone. And today, in this meeting, all the countries have come together to pass the same proposal. Thunderbolt Ross also says here that our friendly country Japan had done very good research on the adamantium found on this Silatan island, and they had achieved the pure form of adamantium, but the same pure adamantium was stolen by the Serpent Group, after which our Captain America went to Mexico and took back the container filled with that adamantium from Japan, and for this he thanks Captain America here. You speaks, but friends, during all these things, we see that here in this meeting, suddenly a song starts playing loudly, and with the song playing, Aya Bradley stands up and he snatches the gun of the guard standing nearby and fires that gun directly at Thunderbolt Ross. And not only Aya Bradley, but 4 soldiers of USA standing in the White House also come forward, and others also draw their guns. They take it out and start firing. However, Thunderbolt Ross is saved from that firing, after which Sam Wilson quickly controls Aya Bradley, and he tries to snatch the gun from Aya Bradley's hands, after which Aya Bradley and the remaining 4 soldiers start fighting with everyone. Now, during this fight, a girl enters here who fights exactly like Black Widow, and she kills all the shooters one by one, and we come to know about this girl that her name is Ruth, and she is the personal security advisor of the President of USA, i.e. Thunderbolt Ross, i.e. his personal bodyguard. And this girl is actually an Israeli who has taken training from Red Rome of Russia, i.e. Friends. She is the true Black Widow. Now after this, we see that this is Ruth. Sam Wilson and all the other guards together catch all 5 shooters, and only after all of them are caught, Sam comes straight to Aya Bradley, and he asks him why he did this, and what was the reason due to which Aya Bradley opened fire directly on the President of USA. But friends, when Sam asks this, we see that IJ Bradley does not remember anything about this. And that's why he says to Sam that I have not done anything. And as you are saying, I do not remember anything in Friends, just as Bucky Bamboo does. Not remember whatever incident he does after becoming the Winter Soldier? It is exactly the same when looking at Isaac Bradley here. Because here he also does not remember anything about the firing on Thunderbolt Ross, but now, because he has done, a very big A-crime is committed. So Isaac Bradley is arrested and sent straight to jail, but only after he goes to jail, Sam comes to meet him. And he says to Isaac Bradley that I know that you are not like that at all, and you will never shoot at the US president. And that is why I promise you that I will know about who has done all this, and then very soon after that I will get you out of jail. Sam Wilson also knew that Isaac Bradley was innocent, and that someone else was behind the attack on the president, and that is why Sam Wilson directly meets Torres, and together with him watches the entire CCTV footage of that meeting. And in this footage, both of them see many strange things. Like, first of all, they see that in the meeting, when Isaac Bradley was using his phone, then suddenly the phone started blinking in white color, and a similar thing had happened with the 4 soldiers, who had fired along with Isaac Bradley. At the same time, people also notice here that all 5 of them had started firing in the meeting only when the song was played there, and hence both of them become sure that whatever these 5 did in the meeting, someone had made them do it. And that is why here Parasam Taurus. Along with this, it plans that Voos will remain after finding the fellow who is a person. But after doing all this, like Sam Wilson comes out and goes to do some work with his face, in the same way, he surrounds the leadership binder of the Sarpent group and he attacks her car, but the Sam Wilson fits it after which in the end and ends, after which he knows that he is captained by herself. Absor, Sam Wilson had a lot of members of Jilla Sarpent group in Mexico and also snatched the Japanaka container from the hands of the Side, so the Sidewinder has all of them to take revenge. But here, he will be defeated by defeating the Vemond Vinnersno M. Wilson is keeping the panel because the man says on the phone to Sam that you have given it here, but now what you do not stop any of the things that are going to stop. And then by saying this, man cuts the phone, and after the cutting of this phone, Sam comes to the Taurus quick, from Ice Come, which is in the forest facility, but Sama or Taurus does not waste at all, and goes to the government vault and goes directly to the government fair. Since then, it is being done when he was a general inside the army. But Sam and Tar seem to be the same thing as he seems to be the entry of new collector, and the Yacker is the Samuel station, i.e. the Dalder. Now both Sam Wilson Orotis is very much stunned because the offers were also filled like the offer seeing the leader. He feels who is finally you, and yes, I know that the attack on the Naho president is definitely there. Now the leader tells him that my name is Samuel Stones and I used to help me. But when I used to help a bar blood my he fell directly into my body through my wounds, due to which I became so, although my face and my body became gray, but because of that my mind became more advanced and I became very smart and intelligent. As soon as I became a Thunderbolteress about me, I took a lot of money on me. They free me, but she told me that all these works are being done by the US government, and that is why she cannot leave me by thinking. But here she promised to make me free on the same day when the President of the USA will become the President of the USA. But even after becoming the President, she never freed me, and I was constantly doing the experiments, and that is why. And I will bring the real eval of Thunderbolt Ross in front of Cheradunia, so that the whole of the world can know what kind of human being is in reality. And then from this, I will change myself with Thunderbolt Ross, and then I gave a contract to the Sidewinder to do this and send money to the Japan. When Japan finds out in this, understand that all these things have been done by Thunderbolt Ross. Now, friends, I will tell you that the CIA whose name was taken by the leader is the CIA USA agency, whose name works like Hassantral investigation. Agency in this CIA didn't even leader. And now that is why only after knowing all these things of the same Wilson leader, it is understood that the leader is being held behind them, and that is why it is very important for the leader to catch the leader. But now the leader wants to catch the leader as soon as the leader listens to all the guards and listens to all these songs. The Sam Wilson and Taurus leaves and the leader runs away from there, whose Bassam Wilson and Taurus faces all these guards. And then the Volog also goes out. Now in the next scene, we see that Khalida is successful in his plan that Japan contains eons. The contacts to know that the contacts of Japan are found to be stolen. America KCI sent money. That was why the PM of Japan country has understood that whatever happened to him is a matter of mind, and then this trick is played with him. And then the PMA of Japan decides that he breaks the coalition with the USA, and he sends his militant Costellet so that he sends his militant to the Japanese. Under your control. But as soon as the USA is inside the USA, the US Key Tiles finds out that Japan Comment is going to the Sexa to achieve all the adests. Similarly, he quickly gives a Thunderbolt Ross in this bank, after which the Thunderbolt Ross gives a quick order, and also the Indian Ocean Karatra is also outreaches, and to ADHTM. Take it under your control, and now friends stand face to face with both the big countries like Japan and USA. So this is spreading in the news channels of the whole world that it is probably a war between Japan and USA. Get out of island. It is only after coming here that Sam Wilson Thunderbolt sees Ross, and so he quickly comes inside and meets Anvo Ross. Here, Sam Wilson Thunderbolt Ross explains to Rosa, because he can do a single step here due to the wrong step of the two countries, we can see the other. To escape, Casita enters a house and takes a phone there and conducts wireless, and these two pilots are near Skeleton Island at this time, and this is why the leader stays away from the phone and tells them both and asks them to attack both of them. Japan feels that USA has firing and perhaps this war has been worrying, and so Japan also sells its 2-year rounds in its handcrafts, after which the fight between the four wheelers starts getting fed. Sam Wilson and his friends come there from Taurus, and they stop the USA Kadan, and they take out both the Japanese. There is no war, but here his friends fired without permission. And then we see that the war that was going to stop between both QSA and Japan, and both countries come back to their own military with their own military. Sam Wilson also comes back to his Kusa takes supplies, and there is a treatment of it. Now, friends, there is a ruin inside the hospital. That is, Winter Soldier and Winter Soldier. Baki Bamboo, comes here to meet Persium, and that Sam is seen that he had seen about his fight, but after semising here, he goes there for a while, has gone. But now, after these cuisine, we see that the USA Capriccident, i.e., Thunderbolt Ross Ek press conference is kept. And this press conference is kept so that there is a lot of fasting between Japan and USA regarding Taki Admentum and the world. Feels that Japan and USA are going to fight. We can see the whole world in front of the world. I am present, and that's why here the leader comes to meet Parson Wilson. Here I meet Sam Wilson and tells him that I had made a good plan to USA and Japan, and through my plan, I brought the Thunderbolt Ross Keshai to the whole world that it is more evil. But only my whole plan is the whole world will bring it in front of. It will be shown by showing the whole world that how much is the thunder. Bolteros is an evil and bad person. In the meantime, we find out that in fact, Bolt Ross had a dangerous disease many years ago, due to which he was going to die, and the wealthy was also to save the Thunderbolt Ross. But when the Thunderbolt told the Luke's treatment of our Bolt Rossky disease, find and invent the kind of medicine for him, the medicine, a bullet Thunderbolt. Ross, he did not know that the leader used to mix Gamaradars in his medicine every time, and the Thunderbolt Ross has been taking that medicine for years. Due to this, there was a lot of gam. What is it? Because the answer is where we get here. Because here we see that during this press conference, the Thunderbolt makes a red hawk and he starts to break all the things and stop it. But after seeing it is not possible to stop it after seeing it. Come for it is only after which there is a very highly fighting fight between the two Red Hawk and the Wilson. But in this fight, we see that the Red Hulk is very powerful. And that is why the Red Hulk inside this fight burns in the ground of the capt. Of in front of him, his daughter, in-law, takes the name of Ross, and he tells Thunderbolderos that he is not a person who causes harm to others. He also tells him that he will feel calm for his beloved Thunderbolt Ross. And then, friends, we see that the name of daughter Ross is heard in a short time, but it comes in a short time. Take the arrested goes, and then it is put in the same gel, inside the prison in which the Ant-Man, Philokan Wanda, and Hawkeye were inserted in the Civil War. But after several days, Sam Wilson comes with daughter Ross and Isjel, and she has introduced her daughter Ross with her father-in-law Ross with her daughter-in-law Ross. Because Sam Wilson had proved that Thunderbolt is an attack on Ross, so only after proving this, he also takes the Eyes Bradley to jail and takes his friend Eyes Bradley with him. And then, friends, this is the end of the movie, but friends are ending the movie. We have a Watchers inside the world. Inside Leader is also kept in the same prison where Thunderbolt Ross was kept, and that is why Sam Wilson also comes here to meet Leader. But when Sam Wilson comes to meet Leader, then Leader alerts him about the future, and he tells Sam Wilson that you must be thinking that you have fixed everything by catching me here and now. Maybe there is no danger to your world, but the real thing is that I have seen all the possibilities with the help of my mind, and that is why I know that they are all coming, and when they all come, then you will not be able to stop them. Hearing this, Sam Wilson asks Leader that, after all, who are you talking about and who is going to come? Hearing which Leader tells Sam Wilson that what do you think your world is the only world in this whole universe? The truth is that apart from your world, there are countless other worlds, and they all live in all those worlds, and now they all are coming here. That is why let us see that when they all come, then how do you save your world from them all? But, friends, after the Leader says all this, the end credit scene ends here, and as it ends, it leaves a question in our mind that who are these people the Leader is talking about? By the way, if you have any theory about this, then you must tell me in the comments so that along with me, everyone else can also know about all those theories. Friends, if you liked this video, then like the video. If you are a fan of Captain America, then definitely write Captain America in the comments. And those who have not subscribed to the channel, they should subscribe to the channel quickly. I will meet you in some other such great video. Until then, goodbye.